Merry Christmas, everybody. The feast is finally here. As you know, Christmas comes from the Old English Christ's Mass. So make sure you get to Mass at least once, maybe twice or three times, the way priests are able to. The earliest evidence we have comes from Egypt, and then in Rome, the earliest evidence goes back to about 354 for a celebration marked Natalis Invicti, the birth of the unborn, unconquerable sun, because at that time it was the winter solstice, and it seemed that the sun was not going away, but coming back, and that's why it was unconquerable. So, concerning the date of Christ, the Gospels give us no help. The census would have been impossible in winter. A whole population would be impossible to put in motion during that period. So authorities, moreover, differ as to whether shepherds could or would keep flocks exposed during the nights of the rainy season. So what to do? Well, there was this solar feast, which I just mentioned, Natalis Invicti, celebrated on December 25th. For the history of the solar cult, its position in the Roman Empire, you have to read a little bit of history on your own. We don't have time here. But the feast was a pagan one, and so the Pope, in order to substitute a pagan celebration with the Christian one, decided that, let's celebrate Christmas on this date. So that's what happened. And the fixing of the date fixed those two of the circumcision 8 days later, and the presentation 40 days later, etc., and the Annunciation, etc., etc. St. Francis, he initiated the crib scene in Greccio in 1223, and that's why we Franciscans celebrate the 800th anniversary of the creation of the crib scene, the manger scene in Greccio in Italy. And as you know, there are many other hymns, and we can go on forever talking about it. But one of the best is the famous Stabat Mater, attributed to Jacopone da Todi, who we celebrated not so long ago. Adeste Fidelis is one of the earliest, and goes all the way back to the 17th century. But these words were probably written well before they became actually codified. In any case, we still wish you all a Merry Christmas. What is the reason for the season? I'm glad you ask. Because what does it say above the crib? Glory to God in the highest. And there is the key to your life. Glory to God in the highest. Every second of every minute of every hour of every day is how we're supposed to live. So let's examine our lives and see if, in fact, we are giving glory to God in every instant of our existence. And if we dedicate ourselves to doing that, we will be happier, we will be healthier, but most of all, we will be holier. God bless you. Merry Christmas to all.